I've been talking all week, so if my voice is cracking, and as I can hear it right now, as my voice is cracking and all that shit, and also we'll get to another thing in a minute. That's what that is. I'm not going through puberty or anything. That's my voice going away. So I still haven't actually shaved since I started my new job, but not like it actually matters since I work at a call center. So fuck it. I'm being lazy. So I went to the pharmacy the other day. I do take a little bit of medications, so I do actually have to go to the pharmacy quite a bit. That's a whole other thing. One of the things that I ended up having to get happened to be a prescription for Vicodin due to some past ailments. The long story short on that part, my pancreas doesn't work the way it should, and on occasion, more than occasion, very often actually, it'll just hurt. Like all of this is just shit, and it feels just like a intense stabbing pain. For this past entire month, I've been waking up every single morning, just a massive amount of pain, and I needed to get something. I don't have any more pills. I really didn't want to get any more pills. I've had some problems with that before. If you read my blog, you'll know what those problems are. But I ended up going to the doctor, asking for some medication, and my doctor gave me a script for Vicodin. So I ended up going to the pharmacy. I should have learned probably by now to not go to the same pharmacy that I've been going to for years, because there's an immense amount of, judgment, or at least I've noticed, just an immense amount of judgment that you get from the pharmacists when you're there and you hand them the script for Vicodin. That just might all be in my head, but there was a time before. So, just to backtrack a little, if you haven't heard, painkillers, Vicodin, Norco, which is almost the same thing, oxycodone, Percocet, Dilaudid, all that stuff, since October 2014 or 2015, has been moved to a Schedule 2 narcotic. The DEA moved it towards that class, meaning something. What I do know is that these medications, you cannot get refills for these anymore. Each time you need more of this medication, if you run out of it, you have to go back to your doctor and say, I run out of it. Would you mind getting me some more? You have to have the new paper slip each and every single time you need it. That's kind of what I wanted to talk about, actually, because I totally understand as far as why you would want to do that, why you would want, as the DEA or whatever, as the government, why you would want to make sure that people aren't going to be able to get addicted to the medication. So I can see from their point of view how in their mind this is going to stop, or at least slow down the abuse of painkillers. But on the flip side, it's kind of actually infuriating. What this means is, if you rely on this medication to get through the day, during the end of high school and the beginning of my college years, I could not leave the house. I couldn't really even start my day without at least a double or triple dose of painkillers, plus nausea medication, plus just a cocktail full of medications. Not because I was addicted, not because of anything like that, but because this is what I needed in order to even start my body functioning, because I was so sick. Now, I can't imagine having... It's kind of embarrassing and kind of... I don't know if embarrassing is the right word, but to have to go to the doctor each and every time and say, not that part, the going to the doctor part, that's fine. I mean, it's gonna get pricey, but you gotta go to the doctor and be like, I need more medication. And depending on your doctor, my doctor knows, my doctor has seen me in the hospital and been like, yeah, okay, yep, totally fucking sick, needs medication to fucking eat, to stay alive, you know, definitely needs something. One of the 2 or 3 pharmacists, the pharmacy tech, whatever, just the employees there, they know my name, they know my information because I go there almost a few times a month. What sucks is each time that I give them a script, that I had given them a script or whatever of painkillers, you see that look in their face. Yeah, again, Mr. Addict, or whatever the fuck. You see this sort of just fucking judgy face. Why are you judging me? I'm fucking sick, dude. Like, notice the shittiness that's in my face, more so than usual. But that look on their face of just like, oh, you need this again, don't you? You know, you better get some help. It's like, fuck off, dude. I'm in pain. You're really gonna judge me for this shit? Fuck off. So the reason for my shitty sounding voice, besides the fact that I just started a new job at a call center and I'm talking 9 hours a day, basically straight, 9 hours a day straight. Yeah, you can hear it. I've been drinking tea and all that bullshit, but so I'm talking 9 hours straight and all that stuff. So that's one of the reasons why my voice sounds a little fucked up. Another reason also, don't really want to get too into this, especially not now. I've stopped taking the medication, so I've been on Vicodin. I think it's been 2 or 3 weeks. So again, originally I got the script because I've been in a shit ton of pain since the beginning of, actually the middle of January. Each morning I'll just wake up kind of just saying like, fuck this, and there's nothing I can do about it really, because taking Tylenol or ibuprofen, I mean, I might as well just be taking Tic Tacs, because that shit's not going to do a thing at all. So I stopped. I'd be on my 3rd day, I think, so far. So this also is worse than usual. This also is, I guess, withdrawal effects from this. Although I've found because each time I've gone through withdrawal, I'm not going to get too into this because I really don't want this to be like a 30-minute video. Of the times that I've gone through withdrawal, it has been literal hell. It's been so fucking terrible. I don't even want to think. It's really, yeah. And I get it. Total my fault. It gets kind of complicated, of course. It actually does. That's not me just being a fucking idiot. It is complicated, but yeah, I get it. My fault. But I've been trying to see like, what works as far as lessening the withdrawal symptoms, because some of them are even to the point that they're dangerous. So one of the things I've been doing is I've gotten a hold of other medications, nowhere near as strong as Vicodin. The point is to not, because okay, when you have something like Vicodin, the way you want to do it is to taper off little by little. You'll instead of taking like 5 or 6 at a time, you'll move down to 4, to 3, to 2, to 1, to half, to less than half, whatever. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you should do. You'll still have the withdrawal symptoms, and it'll still last a bit of time. But if anybody knows what it's like to cold turkey Vicodin or Percocet or Dilaudid even, yeah, that's nothing you ever want to go through. Yeah, so Instead, what I've been doing is I've taken very low doses of tramadol. It was like 30, 35 milligrams. It's a synthetic. It's also a synthetic opioid. But the interesting thing about it, which I found out the hard way actually, a long time ago, like 3 or 4 months ago, was that there's a cap. So with like Vicodin or Percocet or whatever, you can take 1, you can take 3, whatever, and you'll just get more and more high. And eventually you'll get sick, but you'll still be high. You'll get very, very, very high, and then you'll get sick. With tramadol, it's got, what is it called? A ceiling effect. It's got a ceiling effect. So what it does is, whether you take 1, whether you take 3, whether you take 6 at a time, you're gonna reach that ceiling where no matter how many more you take, you're just not gonna get any more out of it. You know, to the point where I think the first time I learned it the hard way was actually the only time I learned it the hard way was I took a good amount, and I just ended up puking most of it out in a Target parking lot, and then again at work when I was working at 24 Hour Fitness. So you know, that's when I learned, you know, it doesn't matter how many you take. I mean, it also does have really fucked up effects if you take too many. But as far as this goes, the reason why it's really hard to taper on Vicodin or those kinds of painkillers is because if you've never taken them before, or if you have taken them before, you know how hard it is to just take this much. You know, if you normally take, let's say, 4 at a time, taking 3 at a time just seems stupid, just seems like a waste, especially if you pay for it on the street. I've never had to do that, thankfully. Well, maybe not thankfully. What I've been doing with tramadol is you can't get the same high from it, like at all. You think you would, since it is a opioid, but no, not at all. But anyways, this video is getting way too long. So yeah, basically I just wanted to rant a little bit just because fucking pharmacists, if there are any pharmacists out there, whether people are refilling antidepressants, antipsychotics, pain-killing medications, some certain embarrassing medications, even birth control. I've noticed this on some like some stories that women have told me. I will not be upset if one day we replace pharmacists with robots, where you just go, this is my prescription, and it just ejaculates pills into a little bowl or whatever, and that's it. But don't fucking judge. Some people are sick, and you know, and even if they're sick in the way of addiction or whatever, just don't fucking judge people, okay? That's because it, you know, it sucks. Yeah, so this is a really long fucking video for me talking a whole lot about nothing, but whatever. Let me know of any fucking insane stories of maybe people judging you for medications or for any lifestyle choices, because, you know, fuck that shit. Just fuck that shit. Yeah. See you next time.